This just in, thou shalt not celebrate Christmas with family, according to the CDC. Well, anyway, I've been enjoying pumpkin season, pumpkin spice season, in fact, but it's never too early to start talking about Christmas. According to the CDC, attending, quote, holiday celebrations raises the risk of contracting and spreading COVID-19, and therefore, the government agency is renewing its recommendation for virtual holiday celebrations. You heard that right. The CDC has already issued safety recommendations for Christmas, the upcoming holiday season, including vaccinations for everyone who is yet to receive shots, wearing masks, and even opening doors and windows to boost airflow. Wonder how that'll work in the North in December. Here we go again. I'm David Fiorazzo, and this is Christ and Culture. I thought we did this a year ago. Lest we forget what blue state governors such as Cuomo in New York, Whitmer in Michigan, Newsom in California, and others did last year to severely restrict holiday gatherings, here are some of their rules and recommendations. If you get together inside, include no more than 2 households or 10 people. Wash hands regularly and try not to share utensils. Wear a mask. Take it off when you eat and drink, and then put it back on. Keep 6 feet apart as much as you can. When possible, keep voices down. The host should collect names of all attendees and contact information just in case the state or local county wants to contact trace the guests later. Food or beverages must be in single-serve, disposable containers, and those serving food must be in masks. The gathering may only be 2 hours or less. Attendees may briefly go inside to use restrooms if the facilities are frequently sanitized. Now, these were actual recommendations from some of these states for family gatherings during holiday season 2020. Question, what have we learned in a year? Well, the confusion, contradictions, fear-mongering, mandates, and misinformation have only gotten worse. Don't forget last year, many states enforced mask mandates for everyone except rioters, vandals, looters, and protesters. Some are still telling people to wear masks outdoors in large crowds. Well, apparently, football fans didn't exactly get the memo. And here we go again with Sir Anthony Fauci, less than 24 hours after saying, quote, it's too soon to tell if people can gather with their families at Christmas. Fauci backtracked and claimed that then he was taken out of context, right? So, flip-flop Fauci strikes again. Seemingly contradicting the CDC, he went on the CNN, the Communist Now network, and said this.
I will be spending Christmas with my family. I encourage people, particularly the vaccinated people who are protected, to have a good, normal Christmas with your family.
So which Fauci is it? Many are now saying Americans should ignore the fearmongers. Go to church, see your families, celebrate Thanksgiving and Christmas. The holiday season. Now, my advice, trust God, take precautions, make plans. This life is but a vapor. Live it. And we should live by faith as we strive to love our neighbors. How do we do this? By seeing those that we respectfully disagree with as human beings made in God's image. And this is the hard part, regardless of how they react or treat us. Similar to the global socialists and power elites, Fauci's primary solution to everything is simple. In his words, quote, get more and more people vaccinated. But the CDC even admits that similar amounts of viral genetic material was found among both unvaccinated and vaccinated people, those infected with the Delta variant. A significant number of patients have contracted COVID despite being vaccinated. The facts are irrefutable. Even a liberal TV show host, Sarah Eisen, confronted Fauci in an interview asking him if the government is being, quote, too casual about the limitations of the vaccines. In fact, as of September 27, just a week ago, over 22,000 people who had taken the jab got what they're now calling a breakthrough infection and were either hospitalized or died, according to the CDC. I also, and we shouldn't ignore, debates about conscience, government-enforced medical treatments, and how one side is purposely ignoring certain inconvenient facts, such as naturally acquired immunity. I've had COVID, and according to research, including an Israeli study with 2.5 million people, natural immunity provides significantly stronger protection from the virus than the vaccines. You will likely not hear this anywhere cited by the liberal media. And that's because many who say, follow the science, are actually downplaying or ignoring some of that very science. I love Rand Paul. He recently grilled the Health and Human Services Secretary Xavier Becerra last week during a congressional hearing and stated plainly that the government is, quote, lying to people about natural acquired immunity, and that Becerra should be familiar with the recent studies. Paul said that instead, the secretary is traveling around the country insulting millions of Americans, calling them flat earthers. Paul pressed harder, and hey, we can only hope that more and more of our representatives, the lesser magistrates, will speak truth to power. Check out part of this amazing exchange.
You're not a medical doctor. Do you have a science degree? And yet you travel the country calling people flat earthers who have had COVID, looked at studies of millions of people, and made their own personal decision that their immunity they naturally acquired is sufficient. But you presume somehow to tell over 100 million Americans who have survived COVID that we have no right to determine our own medical care. You alone are on high, and you've made these decisions, a lawyer with no scientific background, no medical degree. This is an arrogance coupled with an authoritarianism that is unseemly and un-American. You, sir, are the one ignoring the science. The vast preponderance of scientific studies, dozens and dozens, show robust, long-lasting immunity after COVID infection.
Yes. Rand Paul rocks, and I hope more people will start doing that. But remember, the Marxist left doesn't have our best interests in mind. They want control, power, submission. So I really appreciate Rand Paul saying to the secretary, quit lording it over American citizens who want to make their own health decisions, quote, acting as if these people are deplorable and unwashed, end quote. I also agree with him that there is no more basic medical right than deciding what we inject into our bodies. Finally, this image of the Nativity with Mary and Joseph and even baby Jesus wearing masks 2,000 years ago just shows you how far they're trying to go to spread their political ideology and really dehumanize people. Who thinks that a mask on a newborn is a good idea? Anyway, what we're seeing is really cult-like, and there's so much more wrong with all of this, but we're out of time. So please remember, love those who do not agree with you, and respectfully have these conversations where ideas, facts, and yes, opinions can be openly shared without fear of being judged or shut down. Now, this goes both ways. Remember that. God bless you, and keep speaking the truth about things that matter.
Hey team, most of you know our shows have been censored by Facebook and YouTube for years, which makes it very hard to keep up with the cost of production.
But thanks to our Patriot Club members, we have not only been able to keep things going, but to add more programming. We're doing 18 new shows a week, 18.
In fact, we've got big plans in motion for our viewers, especially our Patriot Club members.
So please consider supporting our freedom-loving media by joining the Patriot Club this year. For a $99 tax-deductible donation, we will send you our 20-ounce stainless steel navy blue tumbler etched with the words American Patriot, standing atop the shoulders of a rather fit-looking George Washington.
And for $129 gift, we'll also include a 15-ounce stainless steel mug as a token of our appreciation. All you have to do is visit patriotclub.us and become a Patriot Club member today.
That's patriotclub.us. Thank you, and God bless.